see that as he's moving around, he's sticking his tongue out. A little black tongue. What I want you guys to do is as he comes around, put your hand up in front of his face like this, nice and slowly. See if you can smell?
He smells my hand.
He's already started holding his face up. And you hold him. Okay? What you want to do is take your hands, put him out, just like this. Okay?
He's trying the wrong way.
I know. We'll get him. He's not going anywhere. He can't move that fast. Okay, so you put your hands out just like this.
So,
Put them in your hand. As he moves,
thought they'd be
he's going to
little
move
ones.
around. Okay, so he's in your hands. So what it look like sitting in your hands,
Can we
kind of like
talk
this.
about this
Okay.
one?
As he moves around, okay, he starts to move away from one hand. You just take that hand from the tail and put it up in front of him again like this, and then pick him up. And as he continues to move along, you start to run that room with this hand. Just switch hands and go back.
That's really cool.
Ready to try?
No, don't.
Jill coming, Phil?
Yep. Yeah, she said she'd be late.
You hold him, you just hold him in open hands, just like this. You don't need to squeeze him. He'll actually hold on to you all by himself.
Like it, that's good.
My sister.
There you go. Good. Kind of twist around things.
I can't wait to hold this thing. I want to go get some pet. Move
See
closer.
how he moves? You'll be able to feel his muscles moving inside. He moves pretty good for somebody without arms and legs, huh?
Python. There's a python. I like python.
Don't squeeze his neck, Steve. There he goes.
Open hands.
Squeezing his eye.
Okay, if you guys open your hands as he comes to you, he'll crawl right into your hand. Okay, good?
Gonna start moving on to you.
I mean,
Go.
You gonna hold him, Phil?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Surprise. A surprise. If I tell you what it is, it won't be a surprise anymore, right?
It's going to be a surprise.
open your hands.
Pretty neat, huh?
You want to hold him, Sean?
So now you guys go tell everybody you've held boa constrictors. You guys
Try
are
to squeeze.
official snake
I
tamers.
want, what I was going to think I want for a pet? A python.
Python?
Yeah, that's how I think I want one. I want to make sure it's alive. It's like, hey, did you go to the zoo? They got a python. Not a bite.
Big one.
Take a picture of it.
Yeah.
They got two of them.
They got big ones.
Open your hands.
Not a bite.
How true, Bill?
Hold them easy, Nathan. Don't squeeze.
I thought of it that way.
You just pass them along. You can see that when you're holding him, you just kind of need to hold him with your fingers like this. If you support him, if you support his body, he'll kind of hold himself on you as you support him.
He's heavy.
He's heavy?
He's
That's
not
nothing.
heavy. He's not heavy for me.
He's not heavy.
Can I hold him?
I got another one that's heavy.
You want to hold him?
Yeah, come here.
That one?
I want this on videotape.
No, not that one.
I don't want to hold it.
It's different. The way that the bands are lined up is slightly different.
Correct.
Now-
I saw that.
You guys know what camouflage means?
It means that they can. It means that they change colors.
Well, sort of. Camouflage means that they blend in with their surroundings. Okay. So if an animal was camouflaged to live on this lawn, what color do you think he would be?
Green?
Green, right. And if he was camouflaged to live on that chair over there, what color do you think
White.
he'd be?
White.
Right, like a polar bear is white, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mommy's supposed to be on this chip. It could be 3 different colors.
And what color are lions?
Yellow.
Yellow, right? Like grass, right? Like tall grass. And you use that. That's called camouflage. That's how an animal blends himself in with his surroundings to avoid being detected by other animals. Okay? Now you can see this guy. He's red, black, and yellow. Okay? And I don't know about you guys, but I can't think of anywhere in the world where it's red, black, and yellow. Can you? Bright red like that? I mean, the color of the desert looks like sand, right? Looks like the beach. If you put him down on the beach, he'd stand out pretty well, right? What this animal uses to kind of avoid being eaten by its predators is a technique called mimicry. Okay? And mimicry is when an animal adopts the color pattern of another animal, which is potentially dangerous. Now, the coral snake is a venomous snake. Okay? And remember we said he's also red, black, and yellow in coloration. Okay? Now, most animals realize that bright-colored animals are dangerous or potentially dangerous. So if the coral snake were to bite the animal that's trying to feed him, the animal would die from the poison. Now these guys don't have any poison, but they have the same colors. So So if you have a bird flying overhead and he sees this bright red and flapping yellow snake on the ground, he's going to think to himself before he dives down on it and tries to eat it. If I dive down and this turns out to be a coral snake, I could get bit and die. We'll pass it by and we'll go and look for something else. It kind of fools his predators into believing that he's a poisonous snake when he's really not. He's totally harmless. Now, the way you can tell the difference between the coral snakes and the milk snakes is on the milk snakes, the red band, or the red coloration, actually touches the black. Okay? On the coral snakes, the red coloration will touch the yellow. Or the yellow bands will be outside the black. And they have a rhyme or a poem which goes, red touches black, friend of Jack, red touches yellow, deadly fellow. Okay? So by looking at that snake, how can you tell he's a milk snake? He's not poisonous. By looking at the color.
Yeah.
So once he's been out for a little while, he'll kind of slow down and just start moving around with people.
Want to let Thomas hold him now, Stevie?
You did a really good job with him, Steve. I think he liked you.
Yeah, his hand.
Another thing, when you're moving around the snakes, you just want to move nice and slowly. Fast movements tend to scare them away. So as long as you're moving slowly.
So they're more scared of us than we are of them, right?
Yeah, wrong. Not even close.
Now, if we were to get him a pet snake, are there any snakes that stay fairly small?
There are.
Good question.
And let me know when it comes. You'll never see me again.
He wants one too.
I want pythons.
No, let's see what this.
Pythons get pretty big.
We don't want that.
Yeah, but some aren't poisonous.
All the pythons actually aren't poisonous. All the pythons are constrictors,
Nathan,
which means that they wrap around their prey.
Feels wiggly, huh?
How about some aren't? Because that's what I read about books.
So let's hear what his question. Let's hear the answer.
What kind of snakes stay small? First of all, we got to define small because everybody has a different idea of what small is.
Oh, size of a worm.
Like this.
No bigger than your average garden worm. These guys will get to be, like I said, about 3.5 feet. That is essentially what you would call a small snake. There are a couple which stay very, very small.
Here, Nathan.
Which
Sean.
be like sand boas, which get to be
He's
about
trying to
and
go
have
around.
similar
like
appearance.
that.
What's that? Kind of rough, like sandpaper.
Sit in your chair and you'll get your turn.
You feel it torn?
When it comes to you, okay?
Hard. Pretty neat, huh? It looks like a little baby dinosaur. You guys can kind of. They're called desert horn lizards. They come from, again, the deserts of the southwestern U.S. They come from Texas.
Hey, look at his body. It's really flat.
My
Right, it's
roommate's
really
going to her
flat.
science class tomorrow. He's making video.
You run Zoe?
I didn't have it in there yet.
So now, if these guys were sitting on the floor of the desert, what do you think they'd look like? A couple rocks
Yeah.
with their big round bodies like that?
Ah!
They're kind of funny. They dig themselves into the sand and
Ow.
just kind of stick
Those
their heads
are
out
really
above,
sharp.
above the sand.
He won't move when I touch him. He didn't move when I touched him. Look at that big lizard. He's scratching again.
Okay, when we hold these guys,
Let's listen about this.
I
not
got
like that. Not like that.
Sit down,
That's
Nathan.
not how you hold them. You don't drop them on the floor.
Hey, you don't fall down on the ground.
When you
either.
hold these guys, you're going to put them in your hand, just like this on your fingers, with your fingers closed. You're going to bring your thumb over the top of them. And you're just going to place your thumb on top of them, not squeeze them. You guys can pet him and see what it feels like. If he does try to run away, once you have your thumb on top of him, you're going to apply a little bit of pressure. And that'll
Watch
hold
out.
him there.
Watch out. No.
No, Gene.
Watch out. You gotta go backwards.
Hey, little?
There's something in that bag.
Oh.
You want me to move the bag?
No, that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, let me move the bag. He'll move.
What's in the bag? Another surprise.
That's right.
Someone rang the doorbell.
Okay, so you know how to hold these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you hold them?
Hold it like this.
Right.
Wait for your turn, Nathan.
Cool. The bar
One for you.
feels cool.
Again, these guys come from the desert. Their primary diet is ants. They feed off of ants.
I knew that.
You knew that already? That's pretty smart.
I saw it on TV before. And also that big one is there.
No,
That's that big one.
the big guy doesn't eat ants. We'll tell you what he eats later. Another cool thing about these guys is that they look like rocks and they avoid being found by blending in and using their camouflage.
Yikes!
But if somebody does find them, take them and put them with your other hand. Okay? There you go. And when you're holding the lizards, if you have all four of their feet touching something, they usually feel pretty comfortable and feel supported, so they won't move away from it. Okay? If they do get found by something that's trying to eat them, which allows them to actually squirt blood from their eyes, they get neat.
Yeah. Somebody wants to hold them.
What do you think about him?
Those horns are really sharp.
You like him, Steve?
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to get out of me. Can I
He is?
please hold him now?
At least give him a minute, maybe.
Hold him.
Heidi, did you want to hold one?
You like the lizard?
Nathan.
Yeah, he has to.
Nathan, you need to sit.
Okay, look happy, Sue.
Now, are these guys full grown?
These are full grown.
Oh, that's a bad.
They ran away
Yeah,
from
nice
home.
and small.
You like that as a pet instead, Steve?
What?
Nathan,
We
would
went
you
down
like
to
one?
my neighbors and they left the door open and the other door open. Not in the house.
Would you like one of those, Nathan, instead of a snake?
No. And my neighbors are like, they fooled up at my house. I'm like, you're gonna be lost. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I'm fighting.
Okay. This guy here is a type of python.
Oh man, that's the kind of one I want for a
This is
pet.
the kind you want as a pet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's a python.
This is what they call a ball python. Okay, and you can see they call him that because when we first took him out, he was all kind of pumped up in a ball. That's what they do when they get scared. They kind of ball themselves up into a tight little cluster so you can't pull them out. What they do is they put their head inside because that's their most sensitive part. So they kind of
Or you can just take them on white school and turn them upside down.
They're very slow-moving snakes. They come from Africa. Full grown, they'll get to be about 4 feet. Okay, maybe 4.5 feet for a real big one. Right now he's about 2 feet,
Because that's not big.
How big does he get full grown?
about 4 feet.
It's not too bad.
Can I get him?
When you hold him, you just want to hold him just like we did with the first guy, with the first boa
And what
constrictor.
does he have to eat?
He'll eat frozen mice.
Um,
He won't hurt you. He's nice. They're
Well, we're
frozen.
gonna keep the frozen mice.
Nathan.
Right next to the chicken cutlets.
Don't think so.
Why?
That your sister?
Who was
Steven's on.
Hey, hi.
No?
I don't think
So silly.
No way, not around my neck. Not around my neck. I'll hold him. I'll hold him now.
So now who's the favorite one so far?
What's your favorite, Steve?
I like
This one, the python?
What's your favorite, Nathan?
Softer.
Python!
Of the ones you've seen so far, which one?
I'm working with the mayor.
This is an example of a carnivore. He eats meat. Okay. The herbivore is an animal which eats plants. Okay. Like cows. Herbivores. Now this guy is what they call an omnivore. Anybody want to take a guess at what an omnivore is?
What? A dragon?
Well, a carnivore eats meat, right?
Yeah.
And a herbivore eats plants. What do you think an omnivore eats?
Maybe eats both. Eats both.
He eats both, that's right. He eats both. An insectivore eats insects. Now this guy, when we pass him around, his nails are somewhat sharp, okay? If when you hold him, okay, you hold him just like this, put one set of his feet on the front hand and one set of his feet on the back hand, he'll sit there just like that for you. Okay? Nice and calm.
I hope that
Right?
you
No, you don't want to try? You want to pet him? He looks really spiny, but if you touch the spines on the side, they're actually fairly soft. You want to try holding him? Okay, you're gonna put one set of feet on the front and one set of feet on the back now. Okay, you gotta get this other foot over there. And they just kind of sit there like that. There you go. Now they call him a bearded dragon because if you look as he's coming around, on the front, underneath his mouth, he has little pointy scales which come out. When he gets upset or when he gets mad, or just as he blows his mouth up with air, and all those little scales stick out, and it looks like he has a beard. So they call him a bearded dragon.
Why is the bag moving?
Because there's something in it.
What are those?
This is my lunch.
Your lunch is a snake.
No, it's not a snake, it's a worm.
No.
I don't eat snakes, that's disgusting.
He ate the worm.
Yeah,
Why?
because they're good.
Ever seen an unhappy bird?
Real?
For real. Actually, I'm not. You guys are.
Real?
Yeah, you guys say
Yeah. It used to put in his mouth when I'm holding it.
Yeah, hold your hand nice and flat. Just like this. Okay.
Ew.
And then hold it.
It's hurting me.
Not hurting you. They don't bite.
Okay, never mind.
So let's let those lizards eat them then.
Me.
For hurting you.
We showed him those balls.
We fed them to the lizards.
Right up, huh?
Wanna try?
My palm.
No, we're gonna go down this way. Okay, you're gonna put your hand nice and
How
flat.
many of those worms can that won't hurt you?
Open your eyes.
A huge cockroach.
That's right, the big cockroach. These are what they call Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Oh.
Reminds me of some of the apartments I lived in college.
My hand.
We won't hurt you. They do not
Yeah, I
bite.
know. Ooh,
We don't stick it under my hand like glue.
I think
He
so.
doesn't want to fall off onto the floor. These are what they call Madagascar hissing cockroaches. They come from hissing.
I don't want to hold one. You don't either. How about you, Em? You want to hold one? You want to hold a cockroach?
No? They come from Madagascar. They'll get maybe another half-inch bigger than what they are now. And they feed off of vegetables, leaves and things like
So now, is there a big demand at the pet store for these?
that. Not huge.
One day at the mall, a girl, she saw something. She saw something that sells pet cockroaches. Pet cockroaches for real.
Yeah. It's probably these. That's probably what these are.
What?
I don't know if you can hear them. They don't always do it because they've been to so many parties. They're used to being around people. But when they get scared, they make a very loud hissing noise. It sounds like this. And it scares you. Should I hold them?
I
Won't
want
hurt
to
you.
hear that hissing noise. I'll hold that.
They won't hurt you. They just kind of walk around on your hand.
I'll hold that one.
We're going to let everybody else get it done first.
You weren't home. Or maybe you were upstairs.
They do not bite.
It's Stevie holding
Totally
one.
harmless.
No, Stevie doesn't want to
You
hold the
like
bug.
that one?
Stevie's not into bugs. He's into snakes.
He's a snake man. Big time into the
What
snake.
do you feed him?
Do you feed him? Vegetables. Leaves like lettuce, carrots, squash.
Hey, you know what you do?
You have to own one to see that happen. 'cause then you
Pretty
watch
cool,
it
huh?
grow.
You like that, Steve? Give me a big smile. All right.
Give the word and we'll leave this here.
My sister Jane had a snake down in
Tell me you want
Florida.
this and we'll leave him here.
Who you ask?
So should we buy one of these, Stevie?
What do you start off with a little one and they get that big? Like the little one that you have?
Hey, you can buy the big one.
The other ones don't get quite as
No.
big. Yeah. Depends on what kind of snake you have as far as what gets really big.
Big.
You next? What'd you think about him, Steve? Favorite one so far? Yeah, I'll bet.
You should take a picture
You ready?
Yeah, he will. When does he lose his skin?
How does he lose his skin?
When does he lose his skin?
Like the peelings from sunburn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't actually take his skin completely off. It's just the outer layer. Ready? Here goes the tail part. Here comes the head part.
There goes Thomas.
And then you're going to hold his head just like this. There you go.
I don't think the girls are going to do that.
You guys gonna try?
Yeah.
You gonna try?
Yeah.
Maybe all three of you at once can hold him?
You
Yeah.
don't want him to hold it.
Just trying to get off my shoulder.
Wow. Sit down, Thomas.
Sean? Your turn, Sean.
You're next.
You don't want to do it?
Try?
Okay.
You wanna hold him with me instead? You can hold the tail end?